I'm here to help the percentily challenged. We're going to do 4 questions. The first question is, the cost for a downloaded game was $10.99. Added to this was the cost of a 10% before-tax processing fee, 5% GST, and 7% PST. What is the total cost of the game? Well, all percents are out of 100. So let's put this in a ratio table. So the cost of the downloaded game was $10.99. But instead of finding like 10% and then the 5% and then the 7%, let's add all those percents together for 22%. So we're trying to find 22% and add it to the original price. So to find 10%, to get to 10, you divide 100 by 10. And what you do on one side, you have to do on the other. So 1099 divided by 10 is 1.009. So we got the 10%, but now we also need to find the 1%. So 10 divided by 10 equals 1. So what you do on that side, you have to do on this side. So 1.009 divided by 10 is 0.1009. So you add 1.009 plus 1.009 plus 0.1009 plus 0.1009 equals $2.2198. So you add 1099 plus 2.2198, and that equals $13.2098 you will have to pay. Now, the next question. What is a better deal? A. 60% off a pair of shoes. B. 20% off a pair of shoes, then a 40% reduction of the discounted price. Use an example to show what you're thinking. Okay, I think A is better because you see, let's say a pair of shoes costed $200. So let's use a ratio table.
Expensive pair of shoes.
Very. So 200 out of 100. You want to find 60%. So an easy way to do that is to find 10% by dividing this number by 10 and timesing it by 6. So 20 times 6 equals 120. So 200 take away 120 equals 80. So with a 60% discount, your shoes will cost $80. But if we were to take off 20% off, then 40, it would cost $96. Because you see, to get 20%, we would times 20 by 2, and that is 40. So 200 take away 40 equals 160. 160 becomes the new 100, and you're going to take 40 off that. So 10% of 160 is 16. 16 times 4 equals 64. 160 take away 64 is $96. So taking 60% off that price is cheaper than taking 20% off and then taking 40% off. Third question is, the number of caribou in a particular herd was monitored over for a 2-year period. The first year, the size of the herd was estimated at 30,000. The second year, the herd was estimated to be 90% of its original size. What is the approximate size of the herd in the second year? Well, the number of caribou in the herd is 30,000. So 30,000 is the 100%. We want to find what it went,
Take a deep breath and just think of what you...
The second year, the herd went to 90% of its original size. So we just take 10% off what the herd was. So 10% of 30,000 is 3,000. 30,000 take away 3,000 equals 27,000. So the second year, the number of the herd was 27,000 instead of 30,000. And the fourth question. The front wheel of a tricycle is 150% as large as its rear wheels. Use 100 grids to show how the front wheel compares to the rear wheels. Well, as percents are out of 100, the rear wheels, we should say, are 100. And 1 grid equals 100%. So we color 1 grid in. And the front wheels is 155% as big. So the front wheel would be 1 grid and 55% of another grid. And now I hope you will less percentily challenged.